very good afternoon. Welcome to Ubc Lunchtime News. Today on the 15th of June 2024, my name is Sharon Kyomugisha. We start off with President Museveni, who has extended support worth 413 million Ugandan shillings towards Buganda Kingdom's poverty alleviation project known as Mwanyi Terimba, started by the Kingdom to encourage coffee farming amongst the subjects. The president's support was delivered by the State House Comptroller Jen Bareche during an agriculture exhibition ceremony in Bulemezi County, Luweero District. Of course, this was also intended to mark wealth creation efforts in the country and Buganda Kingdom in general. In his message, President Museveni commended the Katikkiro of Buganda, Charles Peter Mayiga, for fighting poverty in the kingdom through promotion of coffee growing. The Katikkiro of Buganda, Charles Peter Mayiga, welcomed the financial support by President Museveni and promised to continue with the cooperation. The ceremony was also attended by a section of members of parliament from Buganda, among others.
Today we did not witness the war. So the war is no longer an excuse for the people in this area to live meaningful lives. I welcome the State House Comptroller, Ms. Jen Bareche, who has come with the President's message, and I would like to extend my gratitude to the President for responding to our call for support towards our efforts in coffee production. We are happy that the President has appreciated the efforts under the Mwanyi Terimba program, which has enhanced the livelihoods of the people within the Kingdom of Buganda. And we are willing to work with the State House and other stakeholders to ensure that productivity in the especially rural areas is improved and enhanced for the better lives of the people of Uganda, the majority of whom reside.
Abe Buganda okusobola okuyiga okulwanyisa obwavu. Era ye speech eyo ngenda okusoma naye ng'eri mu Luzungu badde nsaba omuntu asobola okujja wano n'abinteera mu Luganda. Message by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, on the function to mark wealth creation efforts in Luweero on 14th June 2024. I have welcomed your invitation to the State House Comptroller to participate in the wealth creation efforts sponsored by the Courage Institution of Uganda.
Nasanyukidde nnyo obubaka ng'oyise State House Comptroller okujja ku mukolo guno ogw'okulwanyisa obwavu bantu baffe abasabasajja.
I thank you for inviting her and for also visiting our skilling hub in Masaka.
Nkwebaza nnyo kumuyita ate era nkwebaza nnyo okukyalirako bannabuddu ng'oggulawo essomero ery'emikono eritali lya Sambala eddungi.
Era awo nja kwogeramu ko Oluganda. Katikkiro njagala kutwala omukisa guno okwebaza kino President yasanyuka nnyo n'eggwanga ne lisanyuka nnyo abo abaagala eggwanga lyabwe. Bwe wajja tuvizitinga n'ovizitinga essomero lya President n'oliggulawo ery'emikono n'olaga nti kyakola n'Obuganda bukiwagira kubanga lyakolera ggwanga.
In more stories, the Minister for Presidency, Babiri Emily Babalanda, has urged the RCCs, RDCs and other stakeholders in Busia District to be committed, disciplined and responsible while monitoring government programs for socio-economic transformation of the country. The minister's remarks were delivered by the Ginger RDC Richard Gulume Baryaino at a Thanksgiving prayer ceremony for the appointment of Adrian Benessa as RCC Kampala Central Division. Details follow.
Be dedicated to the Lord.
In her remarks delivered on her behalf by the RDC Ginger District, Richard Gulume Baryaino, the Minister for Presidency, Babiri Emile Babalanda, praised the character of Adrian Ebeneza as a disciplined, loyal and a responsible cadre. She justified Benesa's recent appointment as RCC Kampala Central Division as a reward befitting of a committed commissioner.
Ebeneza here has been a very good example that when he was deployed in Sorot, he performed well. That's why he has even come to Kampala, and we expect him to do the same. And we want him to live as an example to the younger people who have been given responsibilities, to take your responsibility seriously, to take your work seriously.
Mr. Babalanda also encouraged RDCs, RCCs and elected leaders to always have teamwork amongst themselves, but also ensure cordial relationship with residents in communities they are deployed to serve.
We want other leaders to take a leaf of teamwork and unity, because the only way you can succeed in government services is by building up a team and working as a team. You make sure that the Wananchi, you become an attraction, the Wananchi, because the office of the RDC is a mobilization office.
The Thanksgiving event also coincided with the endorsement of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for 2026 by the Busia NRM Youth League and Council at Namongodi Primary School Playground in Busia District.
Museveni is still around. He has a lot to accomplish, and we are under obligation as his soldiers to consolidate the achievements of the NRM revolution. Kuchoko emamondera kyosura na befe abantu hudaahole tukuzabuzanya esitundu kunyera kuzabuzanya esitundu nikunenda ideas kitalisanya naye nikuitawo kulabulana kwakenderanana.
The event attracted RDCs and RCCs from different parts of the country.
Twende okwebaza government ya Uganda ife nini olwo tukuze tukuzemu ku myaka aye bana ife bano ni Julius ono ni Benesa bakali mu myaka mito edaba vuka weta ba government efwayo kubavuka bano tibandi baire tukubire ku muzeyi mungalo. Era nikuwa ensonga eyo abavuka bene bano bajja ye muzeyi bamukati baba anasobola okutulera ife niwe ira ku maini era bakulu ife tulini imwe tutuva ku imwe tuyita kutambulira balala awo abavuka nife abakakaitemu muzeyi asigale ku maini NRM abo omuntu omukulu abo Museveni abo.
The Deputy IGG, Dr. Patricia Kiria, has emphasized on transparency and accountability in the fight against corruption. During the field assessment visit to the PDM and USMID projects in Soroti District Local Government, the called on all stakeholders to watch out basically on their actions and make sure that the projects are successful.
Especially in regard to monitoring PDM, and the community workers are saying it is difficult to move from place to place without clear transport. But key and very significant is the issue of corruption. My eye is to ensure that there is proper utilization of resources, even these PDM resources, because this is money for paying back. I have encouraged the people, the circle leaders, that PDM money is not for marrying additional wives, neither is it for eating meat, but it is significant projects that are going to better their lives, like His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda has always said.
People living with disabilities in Boyikwe district are concerned about continued discrimination, especially during job distribution and other essential services. While receiving wheelchairs from the woman member of parliament of Boyikwe, Diana Mtasingwa, the leaders of PDWs called for action against discrimination.
Boyikwe district is one of the districts with the highest number of persons with disabilities and elderly persons, with most of them living on the streets. With the number increasing every day, many of the persons living with disabilities are unemployed and facing alleged discrimination and oppression. Buyike District Woman Member of Parliament Diana Mutasingwa, in partnership with Don Joseph and Friends Charity Organization, while handing over wheelchairs to persons living with disabilities, gave them hope to address their challenges. Julius Okelo noted that there are many persons with disabilities who have the potential to get jobs in various places but still face the problem of discrimination due to bad perception of their capabilities.
Disability Care Foundation. People with disabilities go through a lot in life, and of course, as far as job placement is concerned, most of the PWs are left out even when they have the newspapers. The communities or the officers in charge of recruitment still do not believe that people with disabilities have the abilities to become the powerful people in their communities. Most of them are educated, have the papers, but you find that the service commissions leave these people out because they do not have they believe people with disabilities do not have the abilities to work.
Fred Sentongo is the councillor representing persons with disabilities in Buyike District. Some of the wheelchair recipients expressed their happiness for the assistance provided by their woman MP. They asked the government to come up with specific programs that cater for their group.
Wesanga nti luvannyuma nga lwa myaka 3 bagabirayo ekibiina kimu oba 2 etusamu ne tumaliriza nga abantu bafe abaliko obulemu bawandiika files zaabwe ne baziteekayo ne basaba obugabiriza obwo obwa special grant naye nga buteekinga so long mubabaleka ne batabasomesa ne bas.
Diana Mutasingwa encouraged them to have confidence and willingness to work irrespective of their status.
Olwokuba tumanyi bati naffe tulina abantu abakosefu nga bali mu famire zaffe babeera naffe, so tulina okuvaayo tulabe nga tubakwatirako si nti ndi mukulembeze kyokka omuntu alina obuntu ate nga maama. Olw'ensonga bwe ndaba omwana nga tasobola ttambula nange kinkwata n'empulira bwindabi.
Charity Marion Imnat and Sharon Kamba, UBC News.
Now, the First Deputy Prime Minister, Rebecca Kadaga, has called upon government to waive taxes on the sun creams that help people living with albinism from the sun rays. She has given the stated the importance of the sunscreens to people living with albinism, and the battle is to ensure that these creams are treated like any other ordinary drugs and also make them accessible in every healthcare center too. This was during the commemoration of World Albinism Awareness Day, Jinja District, under the theme 10 Decades of Hope for Albinism Awareness.
Different, and I congratulated Snooper because it has been a struggle to run for the 10 years, and I want to thank the development partners who have supported them. The advocacy has been a lot, and I'm happy that I've been part of their journey because I began by battling with the Minister of Finance over taxation of those, because they thought the creams were ordinary creams for bleaching, but these are creams which people need for their lives. So for 2 financial years, we were battling with the Minister of Finance to remove the taxes. Eventually taxes were removed, and now they are more accessible, but they are telling me that they are not in the hospitals. So, and they are saying that they are also expensive. So our next battle is to ensure that they are treated like ordinary drugs, which should be given out by health centers, even up to health center too, and so on and so forth. The other issue I've told me is that in Uganda we don't have enough skincare specialists. So I think that's an area where I want to discuss with the cabinet to ensure that we start training specialists from all levels, certificate, diploma, degree, post-degree and so on, so that at all levels, because the children in all these villages, So they need care. They may not be able to come to Kampala, but they need care. If they're in Wiyende, they're in Mudamuti, they're in...
The taxes that were on the sunscreen lotions were waived off, and we really thank the former speaker and the entire parliament for helping us have this. We also, through this, it has helped us to serve more than 1,500 persons with albinism with sunscreen lotions, because it was so expensive for us to import them. However, we still have some other challenges. Yeah, we still, as per now, it's NGO, it's we Snooper who are trying to give these sunscreen lotions. But we are just an NGOs and we don't have the guarantee to serve many years. That's why we are asking the government to include this sunscreen lotion to be just like any medicine. Let them be placed in health centers. This will help people to access them.
In more news, Uganda's Civil Association Authority have come out on the recently concluded mandatory partial emergency exercise conducted to test Entebbe International Airport's readiness in case of emergencies. According to Director General Fred Bamwesije, the exercise is a mandatory requirement for international airports of the countries that are contracting member of states of the International Civil Aviation Organizations. During the press engagement, UCAA revealed that there's a drastic increase of passengers and cargo at Entebbe International Airport, which is attributed to adherence to international standards.
And one of its engines catches fire on the threshold of the runway. Of course, we do this because these things happen. We are not just imagining, because these crashes happen, especially on landing, also immediately on takeoff. And in this matter, it was presumed that some people lost their lives and a number of survivors were critically injured, as it happens in real situations. And this part of an emergency situation involving airport firefighters and other rescue agencies that are always called in to save lives. The exercise helped us to test our ongoing emergency plans and procedures, our communication framework, response times in terms of timing, and coordination abilities of all the people who are participating in this emergency exercise.
The total on board were 100. We had critically injured who were 15, and then 25 who were presumed dead by the time they were removed from the scene. Indeed, there were some delays in communication, and the ambulances, I think maybe you noted it, that's why you are asking it. Some of them were notified late, and indeed they reported late. Those ones, such happenings in an exercise like this one are very good. They may be negative in the exercise, but those are areas to note and ensure that they don't happen again.
Traffic shows that the airport facilitated 28,324 more passengers in May 2024 than in the same period last year in May 2023. You also recall that by the end of 2023, Entebbe International Airport recorded 1.93 million international passengers compared to 1.57 million passengers in 2022. As regards cargo, imports were 2,442 metric tons and exports were 4,010 metric tons in May 2024. These figures shows a very, very big progression in both passengers and cargo, for which we must keep on our toes.
Amannya gange nze Namtebi Sharon nga nkolera wano wennyini Saka Kirombe oba Makindye. Empangula gye nawanguddemu ssente mbadde nga nkozesa mobile money nga nsindika school fees w'omwana ku ssomero. Okutegeera nti mpangudde nze mutima neegambye nti kambalinde bamale okujja ndyoke nzikirize nti mpangudde. Kyennyinza okubagamba nti si byabafere weewaawo abafere gye bali naye ennamba eri emu yokka era bw'eba ekukubidde omanye eyo si yabafere. Mpulira bulungi nnyo era ndi musanyufu nnyo. Naye MTN mobile money mbebaza nnyo mwebale nnyo mwebalire.
Together we're unstoppable. What is a dream? What does it mean to you? To her? To them? It's time we dare to dream anew. Dream bigger, better, bolder. Let's dare to dream of tomorrow, today, of someday, of the hope that comes with change, of a change that transforms lives. That glimmer in your eyes, the prospect of maybe, of all the hopes that we carry. It's the promise of enjoyments, co-enjoyments for you and your mates. A dream keeps us going. It's the one thing that drives us, inspires us, motivates us. One goal, one hope, one dream. With the Uganda National Lottery, your dream can become a reality. Bigger is here. What's your one thing?
You're still watching UBC Lunchtime News, and from this business desk, the East African Business Council wants more of the region's wealth to circulate within and not outside the region. According to Simon Kahiru, the Vice Chairperson, EABC, trading more among member states will build strong and resilient East African country economies. Now, he made these remarks on the sidelines of the EABC board meeting in Kampala, where the need for boosting private sector to private sector collaboration was also identified.
Initially we spoke about Africa, to take advantage of the Africa Free Continental Trade Area, but today we took it even a step further and agreed that we are going to target immediately the other regions of the world, because there's demand out there for East African goods and products, services, but also there's a gap that we can fill. The economy of Uganda is a 202 trillion shilling economy. That is a significant number. But consider that the economy of East Africa as a whole, okay, our trade economy is only 320 billion US dollars. What are we doing? 8 countries. What are we doing with that number? And there we always have to pause for thought. Now, as the private sector, what we've said is we need to capture more of that economy and ensure that the wealth is circulating within the region. That means Ugandans have got to partner up with people from Burundi, Rwanda, TZ, Somalia, DRC, South Sudan, so that what we are presenting out to the rest of the world is an East African product.
We are happy that we have also received the new Secretary General for ESC, who understands the private sector. And the task that has been given to her is that she needs to fast track all those measures that have been impeding trade. We ensure that we have a strong and a robust mechanism to resolve the emerging disputes, to have what we call trade remedies committee should be in place, but also above all to ensure that we have a kind of a harmonized rules and regulations governing trade. Currently, when you look at the countries, including even tax measures, each country is erecting or introducing new tax measures. That causes distortion to do business across the region. We are one community, we are one people, but you find we tend to undertake what we call unitary individual positions.
In more business stories, Uganda is set to have the 6th edition of the Consumers' Choice Awards. They recognize business excellence through an independent market survey that determines which brand stands out amongst its category. Salim Bari, the CEO of Consumer Choice magazine, says that the awards are a true reflection of the marketplace as it represents the true opinion of consumers and buyers in Uganda.
In pursuit for quality services delivery to consumers, the Consumers' Choice Awards recipients are chosen by consumers of the products, which later determine the outstanding service provider.
Consumer Choice Award is an additional reference point in the consumer's search for optimal provider for the services that they desire. I know you've heard about the Consumer Choice Awards, you've seen them. I want to tell you that the Consumer Choice Awards were established with the sole purpose of recognizing business excellence for businesses. So across Uganda, every year, the Consumers Guide magazine will be gathering opinions, perceptions, and expectations through the responses of thousands of consumers and businesses. Our mission is to honor businesses, to honor individuals who go that extra distance for their customers, and also make sure they get the recognition they so richly deserve.
Previous winners of some of the awards highlighted the benefits since the achievement.
Consumers who have continuously given us feedback to improve our product. Because right now you realize that Tembo has the best reefer on the market. Yeah? These are reports that have been coming in from our consumers, so we thank you so much.
Given us an opportunity to improve in areas where we can. In terms of technology, products, we've been able to cater for all sectors of the market.
Today, I'm happy to report that the company has grown and we have shifted from the other old company of Nansana. Now we have gone to Nkowe, where in Nkowe we have now a very big factory. The new factory is over and we are likely now to increase our products on the market, increase job opportunities to Ugandans, and also to increase the tax base, to increase the tax capability in terms of payment to the Republic.
The Consumers' Choice Awards is under the theme Recognizing Business Excellence. Mario Nawori and Robert Katamba for UBC.
Uganda's medalists at the last Olympic, Peruth Chamtai, Joshua Cheptegei and Jacob Kiplimo, have confirmed intense training ahead of the 2024 Olympics. This was during a celebration to mark 42 days to the games that are to be hosted by Paris.
Sky's Hotel in Naguru has hosted Uganda's sports fraternity to a 42 days to the Olympics dinner.
Let's enjoy ourselves, but above all, let's get behind Team Uganda. On the 25th or 26th of July will be the opening ceremony. We shall have different activation points together with all our partners in about 60 locations across the country, where we'll be having similar events where you can follow Team Uganda on the field of play. So please join us on this exciting journey.
It was organized by the Uganda Olympic Committee and the Paris 2024 Local Organizing Committee that is headed by the State Minister for Sports, Peter Ogwang.
I would like to thank the government of Uganda. We've come a long way in funding. We have experienced a gradual process in growth of investment in the sports in Uganda. And government is becoming deliberate in ensuring that we invest in our youth, exploit their talent, and make Uganda shine in the global arena through sports.
The occasion was spiced by messages from the 3 medal winners from the last Olympics who in a video call expressed readiness.
I am so sorry that I am not able to attend the dinner with you, but I would like to assure you that I am preparing so hard for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. A very big thank you to all the esteemed partners for the support that you give to the athletes.
The Olympics are nearby. I would like to say that I am doing my preparation well so that I can compete favorably in Paris. Apologies, I can't be with you for dinner.
Thank you to our partners for the support. I will say very well.
The occasion was also used to officially unveil the partners, including Nile breweries that contributed 200 million Uganda shillings to ensure quality output.
Sports is one of the major disciplines that over the years has been able to consistently put our country on the map, and we are very proud to be associated with sports in general. The Olympics in themselves are a continuation of these celebrations that we have and this close association that we have in sports, in large part because the Olympics have been able to find talent that has been able to raise the flag of Uganda high on the international scene.
The messages from other sponsors like Plascon Paints that injected 125 million Uganda shillings were heartwarming.
I would like to wish our Olympians the very best. As Mr. Ganzi has mentioned, right now we need to give them as much support as possible, and on behalf of Plascon, I would like to invite every Ugandan to join us, light your torch, light your fire together to our Kemu Olympics.
Uganda Tourism Board is the other partner to the team that will embark on marketing the country through sports tourism.
We've been working very closely with Uganda Tourism Board to ensure that we harness all available opportunities to market Uganda in Paris, encourage people to come and invest here, and also to come for tourism opportunities. So plans are ongoing to ensure that we have stalls set up in appropriate areas so that Uganda can also be marketed.
Uganda has so far qualified 24 athletes, with 20 from Uganda Athletics Federation, a cyclist and a rower plus 2 swimmers. These numbers can grow to the 40s if the Rugby Sevens men and women teams succeed their Olympic final qualification tournament in France next week.
I believe we can set more records. We can win more than 4 medals. Peru is hitting her peak, and I'm very happy Peru is actually winning.
Semu Ganzu Mugula captained Uganda's team to the London 2012 Olympics and spoke the mind of the athlete during this final bend.
Speaking from my experience as an athlete at my time, this point in time now, there is no turning back. You can't say you're putting the work, there's no turning back. You've now got to trust yourself and say now whatever comes. So all we can do is support our athletes and cheer them on, win or lose, by the way.
The Olympics, at which more than 200 nations and territories are expected, start on 26th July till 11th August 2024 and will feature more than 10,000 athletes.
Okay.
That's all we had for you this afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha. Stay tuned for more programming coming your way. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.